So to do paper plate weaving, you'll need scissors and a plate and some thin yarn to start out with. And you can go around the edge and cut slits in the lip of the plate. You only need to go to the part where it starts to dip down. You don't need to go any farther than this. And I'm going about every third fold or so, but you can make yours closer together or farther apart. And you will need an odd number of slits cut. If you mess up and do an even number, we can always fix that once we start putting the yarn on here. Okay, once you have all of your slits cut, then you'll take your thin yarn that you've selected, and you'll flip your paper plate over, and you will slide the start of your yarn into one of your slits and tape it down, and then flip it over and bring the other side into a slit that's across the plate from it. And tape it down and then cut it off. And then you'll start your next one anywhere else on the plate that you'd like to. I'm going to go kind of kitty corner. I would tape this down, bring it across, and then continue around the whole plate. And I have one that I've already done that with. So now I have two more slits left, but I need an odd number of spokes on my tire. This is kind of like a tire. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have an even number right now, so I'm not going to use both of these slits. I'm only going to use one of them to make an odd number of slits on here. So on the back side, I've taped down this piece of yarn, and then I'm bringing it over here, and I'm not going all the way across because I don't need it to go all the way across. I only need one more spoke. And I'm going to tie it in the center. Do you see how it pulls all my strings together even though they weren't perfectly centered before? Okay, now I've got it tied all together, and now I can start with my weaving. And I've selected a little bit thicker yarn to do for my weaving. And I'm going to tie the string from my spokes to my piece that I'm going to start weaving. Okay, and I'm going to just leave these strings hang for a little bit, and I will cut those off later, but they might get woven in partway, so I might be able to get them all the way woven in. And I'm just cutting a chunk of this. To make it a little bit easier, I'm winding it up into a little bit of a ball to make it easier to weave. And I can start anywhere on my wheel. I'm going to start and go under, and then I go over the next one, and under, and over, and under, and over, under, over, under, over, under, over, and I'm going to pull it just to pull it a little bit tighter in here. And I just keep going all the way around. Just under and over. And now I'm going to trim these pieces here just to get them out of my way. You notice here I ended, this is an over, so I'm going under, over, under, over, under. If I would want to change yarn at this time, I would just take a new piece of yarn and I would cut this one off and I would tie the new color here and then just keep weaving.